Hey guys, Triple E EDC here, back again. I've got a first live video here and just wanted to check in. I don't know if anyone's going to join. This is my first one. Just kind of curious if anyone's up. It's about 1 o'clock Central Time, so 1 o'clock in the morning Central Time, so nobody may be here. But I figured I'd do a live update and do some channel. Hey, Stud Fishing, how are you doing? Thanks for joining. So I thought I'd do some channel updates here. Hey, Don Bond, what's going on? I'm doing all right. My first time doing a live. So anyway, I thought I'd do some channel updates. One thing is, I know you guys like the giveaways that I do, so I figured what I would do. Hey, Jesse B. Yeah, this berg is brand new to me. Obviously, it's been well loved, as you can see. But hey, C. Lemansky. Yeah, I can't sleep either. I don't sleep well at night. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know if I'm doing a live giveaway yet. I kind of want to see what the attendance is on these things before I start doing live giveaways. But hey, Dane. Yeah, I may start doing some live giveaways here if we can get some attendance going. I don't know if this will be the one, but I guess we'll see. In any event, like I said, I was going to be doing some channel updates. This Berg Blades, just so you guys know, before I get into the updates, somebody offered me to trade for it. Let me see if I can find the knife that I was trading for it. What do I do with it? I don't have it. It's my other Spyderco, or Spyderco Shaman. So not this one, the Crewwear one I'm keeping. And I was going to trade the S90V and carbon fiber version for this thing. And the owner, because of the condition it was in, offered to send this to me first. It was somewhat customized, but obviously has some scratches, has some snail trails and things. The action on it was pretty bad when I got it, but I went ahead and reworked, took it apart, oiled it up. The action's pretty good on it now, and pretty happy with it. I think I am going to keep it. He offered to sort of let me make a decision at this point. Let me know what you guys think, if I should keep this thing. I sharpened it up. It had some nicks in the blade, but I think it's pretty nice now. Slices paper like a dream. It's actually pretty good slicer for how big it is. In any event, let's get to the channel updates. So what I was doing is I was going to say, yeah, I might get into more, doing a couple more live streams, and if I do, I may do some live giveaways. I also was thinking that I can, now that I'm over 1,000 viewers, I'm going to go ahead and monetize the channel. I don't know if I'm going to start a Patreon yet. Monetizing basically is just I'm going to add commercials. If you guys do mind, please let me know. I may rethink it, but that'll help me pay for a lot of the giveaways that I do. And it's not like I'm making money with the channel. I'm giving it all back to you guys. So I was going to monetize the channel. I also got a couple offers from a couple people to review their products. I told them that I'm not going to review anything that they want me to say good things about. I will only review something if somebody offers it, if I can give my full free opinion and be brutally honest like I always am. So a couple people backed out after that. I had one company that decided they were going to send me something anyway. That's Andar Wallets. You probably saw them on Big Red's channel. But yeah, they provide a link, and it's like an affiliate link. I would make something off of them if you guys bought the wallets or any of their other products, but frankly, I'm not gonna. It's not like enough money that it's gonna sway my vote or anything, and I wouldn't let it anyway. So, I just wanted to be brutally honest and open with you guys on what I'm doing here, and some things that you might see on the channel very soon. So you'll see those wallets going up for review pretty soon, and you'll also see a couple of other things. I'm gonna probably do some other EDC items. I have a Vertex Gamut 2.0 backpack I've been meaning to put up, and some expedition gear. So I think I'm going to be doing a lot of that stuff coming up. And I'm also going to be having a lot of new knives come in. You may have seen Slicey Dicey just put up the Freeman 451 button lock. So I actually just bought the Thai version from USA Made Blade. And I'm pretty excited to get the Thai version in hand and see how I like it. Button locks are always fun. I mean, you guys remember I had that CRKT TIE Fighter that was a button lock. That was a lot of fun. I gave it away, but I'm really excited to try out that frame. And I haven't had a titanium button lock really ever. So yeah, so yeah, see Lemansky, I'll get you out. I've gotten out your knife already, by the way, on the giveaway, but and so you'll be receiving that shortly. But the Gamma 2.0 is a really nice backpack. I'll go ahead and get that out to you guys as a review. You'll see what I do. I do something a little different with my Gamma 2.0. There's some concealed carry options in the backpack, and I've sort of customized it a different way to handle a lot of my tech and other things that I have. So you'll see how I did that, and I hope that's sort of helpful. But yeah, I'll check that out. As far as my Instagram, I do have an Instagram. I don't advertise it mainly because it's sort of linked to my personal stuff for now, and I don't need everyone in my life knowing hey, I'm their neighbor that's really into a bunch of knives. But once I sort of check out Instagram and get a separate account, I'll probably start doing that a little bit more. So what's up? What are you guys carrying tonight? I'll show you what I had on me today. I obviously had the Golem on me today at one point. I had the Invictus, the ProTech Invictus. And earlier in the day, when I woke up, I had my old trusty 943. Para 3 lightweight, Dane? How do you like the lightweight? I actually found the lightweight a little tough on the corners. Did you grind those off? Civivi Hooligan? Yeah, that Hooligan's like a stubby knife, just like this, I think, if I remember right. Not quite as big, though. Hey, Charles, how you doing? Yeah, I'm glad to see a couple people on here. I was expecting no one to be up, so I'm pretty happy to see you guys on here. And I picked a night that I didn't see anyone else doing a live on, so I figured I'd go ahead and do that. You think the Para 3 is blocky? Yeah, I can definitely understand that. It is a little blockier over here, but I just think it's a little more solid feeling, and the G10 doesn't weigh it down too much. So I actually quite like the regular Para 3 over the lightweight, as you saw from my review. But I definitely understand people who prefer the lightweight because it's a much easier thing to carry, especially if you're in shorts. If you're in shorts, the lightweight is a much better option. Yeah, the Para 3 is a great Spyderco option. I don't know if you prefer bigger knives or smaller knives. I've said on my channel before, if you're going small, the Para 3 I think is the best thing Spyderco makes probably. If you're going, I like it better than the Native and all those other things. If you're going larger, the PM2 I actually do not prefer as much. I actually prefer the Manix and the Shaman. I prefer the Manix over the PM2 and the Shaman over the Manix. So in case you guys were wondering, and I'll show you guys which versions I have of these. I've got the 20 CV Paramilitary 2 with some scales from Shepherd CC. This is the Lightning Strike carbon fiber. And this Manix 2 is the CPMS 90V version with the peel ply carbon fiber and a backspacer from Shepherd CC as well. What is the cheapest compression lock? Probably the Para 3 lightweight. I think is probably the cheapest compression lock. The military. So I've actually never held a Spyderco military, believe it or not. I've held. Actually, no, I take that back. I held it once. I went to the Spyderco factory outlet, and it was nice, but I thought I'd pick it up and like it, but I actually didn't like it nearly as much as I like my Shaman, to be honest. A Thai military would be great. I've seen the Thai militaries online, and if I was going to get a military, that's exactly the one that I would get, the Thai military. I think that one is designed a little differently. I think it's a frame lock. I think the Thai military is a frame lock. Is that right? There's a frame lock version. Tip down frame lock. Yeah, I was right. Okay, so yeah, that would be definitely be the version I would get if I was going to get it. Of course, those are pretty rare right now and are very expensive. Do I have any Spydercos for sale or trade right now? That's a good question. I may sell this one, the Delica. So the Delica is just not. I mean, it's actually a knife that I thought I'd like, or that I wouldn't like. I like it a lot more than I thought I would, but it's just a little small for me. Is really the issue. And I think that these days the Delica could do better with a choil and uh, right here, and they've solved that on a lot of their other models, but they haven't done that here. The Delica, this is the Freight on Lock company. They're exclusive with the HAP 40 and SUS 410. I don't know if you can see it there. Let's see what else I have. Probably that's it for sale. This one may be for sale soon, depending on what happens with the Rec Paramilitary 2. If I end up picking up one of the Rec, the River's Edge Cutlery Paramilitary 2s, this one is probably going to go up for sale with the scales here. So this is compression lock PM2 with a lynch clip, and so this would be up for sale definitely if I got the Rec Para 3. On stud fishing price on this, I'm not sure what the price would be. The truth is, if I was selling this on like Facebook or something, I'd probably sell it for about 250 with the scale. But if I'm selling to somebody on my channel, I'm going to give you a major discount because I love the fact that you guys are viewers. And I'd probably sell it for somewhere between 180 and 200 if it was someone on the channel. Whoop. And I will be posting more knives for sale, guys. It worked pretty well last time. All 3 knives got bought. And so I may be posting some more knives for sale in the near future. And that'll help me keep my rotation going as well. Yeah. Like I said, the last sale went pretty well. I was pretty surprised. It went much better than I thought. Yeah, stud fishing. I know it's so a normal PM2 would probably be way cheaper, but this PM2. So the scales are pretty expensive because they're lightning strike carbon fiber, and then on top of that, this is a 20 CV version, and the 20 CV version, goes for about 180 to 200 by itself without the upgraded scales. So essentially, I'd be throwing in the scales for free, and the lynch clip. The lynch clip's also an upgrade. So that's why I would probably price it around there, and why it would command that price. But all right, it's hard for me to see on the live stream. I just see that there's 8 people there. But let me know if you guys are still there. What you guys are doing. I'm gonna put out some more knives to look at while we're talking. I'll keep the golem out. Put the Spidey Chef. Speaking of the Spidey Chef. What's that? Even guys like so. Who makes the golem? So the golem is Berg Blades. I don't know if you can see the symbol there. Berg Blades. It's a guy named Matt Westberg, knife designer. I think out in Arizona, maybe where he's at. So he designed them. He designed this knife, and then We Knives in China actually produced the knives for him, and they sold out pretty quickly. He never did another run of these. He just did one run, I believe. And then after these, he then did a run of this knife. Let me see if I have it here. The Berg Blades Iron Wolf, which is one of my favorite knives. This thing, the action on this, let me move these out of the way. The action on this is literally, it's one of the smoothest actions, other than a Norseman, that I have on any knife. And it's freaking amazing. I love the stonewash on here that We does. We does great stonewash on titanium. Uh, Take care, Didier. Thanks so much for stopping by. Um, but yeah, so Berg Blades did this next, and they did the Iron Pup, which is a smaller version of this, and they've got the Berg Blades Slim, which is a smaller version of this. And he's done a couple of runs of these, and then We Knives also did a production version of the Iron Pup of the smaller one. So um, that's just a little history on that. Interestingly enough, you guys were asking about knives for sale. I think I'm going to sell this one, the We Knives Chimera. It is not a cheap knife, but it's excellent titanium frame lock. You probably see this going up on a sale video soon, unless someone wants to step in. But I'm selling this on the secondary market for about $225. But if anyone wants to jump in tonight with for 200 or something, I would take it, because you guys are on the first live stream. In any event, the sell the Spidey Chef. Yeah, I mean, I might sell the Spidey Chef, to be honest. It's a great knife, but I've just got to keep. So I'll show you guys real quick. I mean, I've got a bunch of knives here, and I've got another case as well. I've got too many knives to keep in rotation, and it'd be good just to be able to put some in. Now, I don't know. This is a user, as you can see. It came to me that way. From what I understand, it actually wasn't used that much, but it's got a bunch of snail trails. And full disclosure, there's a tiny chip on the very end of the blade right here. I could probably sharpen that out. Hey, Big Red, what's going on? Thanks for jumping on my live stream. I definitely didn't expect to see a bunch of you guys here. But so Big Red, what we were talking about before was a couple channel updates, and we were also asking what's going on. What are you carrying, JB? What are you carrying right now? Got this Berg Blades Golem here. JB's Big Red. Ontario Shikra. Yeah, I've seen that knife making the rounds. You're making me want one. Yeah, so I haven't watched your video tonight yet, JB. I have to apologize for that. I know you did sort of a Q&A with Nelly. I missed it. And I was kind of bummed that I missed it, but I would have liked to see that. So what I was going to actually jump on before, I didn't know if you guys saw, but let's see. We were looking at the Spidey Chef. So I was sort of musing to myself the similarities in a lot of in certain blade shapes that you get. This is the Magic Protect Magic 2. Look at all that belly that both of these knives have. And there was one other one that I think I had that had belly like that, but I was just looking at that and I was like, wow, all right, so let's see. I don't have some of the other ones. The Chef is the upgraded one. Yeah, this is the CQI version. It's the CQI version. So from what I understand, the Chef had 3 versions. They had the original version with silver hardware, and the detent was steel detent, and that detent ended up rusting. And then later, they upgraded to a CQI version with a ceramic ball detent, but I think it still had silver hardware, from what I understand, from what I was told. And then there was a third update with the black hardware. I believe that's how it happened. I want to show you guys something real quick. see if I can get it. So someone sent. So I bought some knives from someone, and they sent me this. In addition to the knives that I bought, just threw it into the box. I have no idea why they did it, but they threw these in, and these are the dreaded C word. These are clones, and so I got thinking to myself, what am I going to do? What am I going to do with clones? Because I'm not going to resell them. I don't want to sell clones to anyone. And so what am I going to do with them? Should I destroy them? Should I, make a video of doing something with them? I definitely thought I'd go ahead and do a video with. I definitely thought I'd go ahead and do a video with clones on the Knife Noob series to sort of tell apart how to tell a clone from a non-clone. But I thought, hey, let me, yeah. It's a Shiro. It's a Shiro clone and a Microtech clone. Torture test on these. Should I send them to Woodland Tactical? Maybe he would get a kick out of them. He's probably much better at torture testing than I am. But yeah, I mean, maybe I'll send him off to another reviewer who does some of that stuff. Yeah, I mean, I don't have, the truth is I live in Houston, and I'm sort of far enough into the city that that I don't have sort of, all those stumps lying around and things. But I'd love to do some torture testing on some of that stuff. Maybe some metal or rope or torque or something. I'll get some lumber from Home Depot. Who knows? But yeah, it'd be interesting to see. And if you guys are wondering, I'm going to be doing probably, like I said, a video telling apart clones. But I mean, I think this is the clone of. So this is the SOCOM. This is a real SOCOM Elite, and I think this is a clone of the Delta or one of the other ones that maybe you guys know. It's a slightly different version of the SOCOM Elite, or it's the SOCOM Delta, I think is what it's called. But yeah, this is pretty terrible. The Shiro is actually interesting because it's like a Shiro clone, but if you put it next to an actual Shiro, I don't have my F3 anymore, but if you put it next to an actual Shiro, the size is off. So if it was this is an F95, it's about the same size as an F3. This feels like a rounded handle like the F3. If you were going to say it's a Hattie or a Neon, they're not really shaped that way. So it's just a really terrible clone. I'm curious, have any of you guys actually had any trouble with clones? Any of you guys bought on eBay or any of those places and received some bad clones? I actually try to stay away from eBay. And I'll probably will do a video on this. There's a couple of places that are really good to buy from on the secondary market. Blade forums, Facebook, there's a couple of knife groups, and Reddit has Knife Swap and a couple of other places. But you really have to have a rep on Reddit, and Blade forums is a little better about that stuff. But Facebook is easy to build a rep on. I actually prefer Facebook the most. But there are scam artists out there on Facebook, and you just have to remember, if it's too good to be true, it probably is at any point for any type of thing, any type of deal that you're doing. That's true in life for pretty much everything. CRK does have some clones. They might be hard to tell from some of the pics because CRKs are simple design. I mean, it might be harder to do a clone of something like this, but take away the inlays and do a plain Jane and Kosi or plain Jane Sabenza, and yeah, it's probably not that difficult to clone. Obviously you never want to buy from a place like Wish or eBay. You just got to be super careful with. Luckily you have PayPal protection on. I hate PayPal for a lot of things, but when it comes to buying off eBay, you'll be glad you have it if you're a buyer. Invictus, you got a Benchmade 42? The truth is I'd be interested, but I just spent all my money on what was it, a Freeman 451, the button lock. I'm sitting here flipping around while I'm talking to you, my Alpha Beast. Yeah, so I had a Benchmade 63 series, 63, and I really like. I mean, a couple of you guys know I do like Valleys. I've got the 87 Benchmade 87 and the Hitler and the Avis. I've got Squid Trainer. I really need to get a crack in one of these days. I've got that PVC squid still, but I don't use it as much as a trainer because now I took the PVC trainer around when I was first getting into it, but the squid trainer I ended up just sort of moving to because I happen to be I'm lucky enough to be in a position where I'm the owner of the business that I work in, or one of the partners there, and so what that means is I can go in and sort of bang around a squid trainer and nobody can say anything to me. So I happen to be lucky in that regard, and so when I go ahead and use my squid trainer, I don't really have anybody getting after me about it, and that's a beautiful thing. So yeah, I mean, as you guys can see, I have these blades are the main ones that I use. I had a Benchmade 63. I did sell it. The stainless steel on it is just too heavy, and having that 63 is really the reason I haven't gotten, at least yet, the Kershaw Lucha, because the Lucha is also stainless steel. Hey, what's going on, AJ Fur? Sorry, and by the way, if I missed any of you guys saying hi to you or whatever, I apologize. What happens on the live stream, because I never knew this before, this is my first live stream, but what happens on the live stream is the comments will pop up. Hey, Gregory, am I ever going to do a giveaway on Bella songs? We'll answer that in a minute. But the comments pop up, and then once they're gone, they're gone. And so, it's not like what you're seeing at home where there's a list of comments. They just pop up and they're gone. So I may miss some stuff. I apologize if I do. But am I ever going to do a Bella song giveaway? Well, I don't want to give away a Bear Ops. So, I mean, I could if you guys want one. But if I do a larger giveaway, and yes, Stud Fishing, you were my first YouTube live viewer ever. Thank you so much for tuning in and making my day that I actually had one viewer live. But as far as ballad songs go, yeah, I mean, I may give away. There's been some Benchmade 51s that have been, decently priced. I'll probably be looking for a deal, to be honest, if I'm going to do a giveaway on a ballad song. Ballad songs are really expensive. And I know you guys just saw me give away, a $750 knife. And, I am happy to do things like that, but I can't do that every day. And while it's easier to get, people interested in a giveaway for something like this, ballad songs are fewer and farther in between on who likes them and who appreciates them. So I would be a little hesitant to do a giveaway on a ballad song, like a $400 ballad song, and only have maybe 6 or 7 or 10 viewers really interested in it, and everyone else is is just going after it to resell it. That would kind of be my worst nightmare on a giveaway. So as that would be my main concern. Now, what I might give away, what might be a great solution to that issue, is getting in a lucha might work. A lucha might work as a giveaway, and also a squid trainer would be a great giveaway. I know some people in the ballad community don't love trainers, but as far as a giveaway knife, getting people into ballad songs in the first place would be a huge get. And I think having an extra squid trainer would be great for that. And They run about 150 bucks, so probably be pretty good. If I was going to do something other than a lucha, I'd probably do a Kraken, but I don't even have one myself. For those of you who don't know what the Kraken is, that's because they call it the Crackeracken. It's two words because the Kraken was taken, and there was sort of a dispute over that word or that name. They had to change the Kraken to the Crackeracken. So, all right, what else would you guys like to see tonight? Throw some knives up here. How about a little Warning Wednesday? I know we're getting into Thursday now. Warning Wednesday. This is my prototype Wee Knives Roxy and the Snex Buster. You want the Infidel. There you go. Benchmade Infidel. So, and yeah, on this Wee Roxy, so a couple of you guys know I had two of them. I had the production version, and this is the prototype. You might be able to see prototype over here, right there. So I ended up, I really didn't want to sell the other one, but I got to keep a knife rotation going on the channel. But I couldn't let go of this one because the flame anno on this, if you go online and look what the flame anno is on the production version, they just did such an awesome job on the flame anno on this one. And AJ, you got a Crackeracken Tanta. That's awesome. I keep missing those drops. Stud fishing, I missed your comment. You were asking me what's the cheapest something. I'm sorry. But the flame anno on here, even on the pivot, they got it. Did I buy myself a mini Ritter Hogue yet? I don't even have the full size yet, to be honest, which is kind of weird for me because I go through a lot of knives and buy a lot of knives. When did I get my 940 2001? So the 940 2001 was like $350. That's this knife that you're talking about. Cheap knives I regularly carry. I'll get to that in a second. So this was the 940 2001. I think it was a brand about like 340 bucks. I got it when it first came out from a local dealer that I know a lot of people don't frequent. So I went there and had them reserve one for me, and then I actually had them reserve one for somebody else who asked me, a viewer who asked me about it, and so I put them in touch with them. But the Ritter Hogue is, so I really want to get the full size Ritter Hogue before I get the mini. The reason I haven't gotten that one yet is because I have this Griptilian and this Griptilian. I really should just go ahead and get it. And I've got, the Freak, and I've got, where is it? I've got all those. I think I sold a lot of the other ones. So I've had several Griptilians, and that's why I haven't gotten it yet. Now, Stud Fishing asked me what's the cheapest knife that I regularly carry. Let me think on that for a minute. What do I regularly carry as the cheapest knife? Probably this one. Just want to double check before I put it on camera here. Probably this one, the Spyderco Akuchi. So the Spyderco Akuchi runs around 140, and the so does that mean I don't carry budget knives? No, I actually do carry budget knives pretty frequently. But I gave away a lot of them recently, so I haven't carried a lot of them recently. My absolute favorite budget knives that I carried regularly are the Civivi Praxis and the CJRB Centros. Those are the two that really, really, that I love. But as far as the cheapest knife that I really, really regularly carry, probably this one, which is the Spyderco Akuchi. Actually, I take that back. There is one other one that I regularly carry more, and that is the Benchmade proper. I just didn't think about it because it's a slip joint. So I am that weirdo who carries 2 to 3 knives all the time. One of those 2 to 3 knives that I carry all the time is this, which is why I normally have a pretty have 2 to 3 knives. Why I almost forgot about it. It sort of sits in the bottom of my pocket. So I saw how much is my collection worth. Probably quite a bit. Do I? I mean, we can take a quick look at the collection if you want. I'm not going to go through everything. I'll just sort of point out what I have. But, you know, you carry 2 a day, Don Bon. I'm glad I'm not alone. All right, let's go ahead and look through my case a little bit here. Let me sort of put some things back while we're doing that. Wasn't planning on doing that, so I have a bunch of the stuff in the case out. All right, so Centros, yeah, the Centros is great. I love the Centros. All right, Spydercos Shaman. So I've got the Shaman upstairs, the other Shaman, but that one's being traded away, so I guess we won't count that. Delica, Marksman. Okay, so if we're really looking at knives that I have here, we'll go ahead and look through them. Yeah, so Swiss Army knife. I have a Swiss Army knife, but I don't have it on me. So let's take a quick look at what I got here. So I got a Crimson Norseman. I'll do a full collection update video at some point. A ZT0392 Warncliffe. These are obviously not cheap. I have not considered, this is another ZT Warncliffe 0392. I haven't considered getting a Marfion Custom. I haven't really been at the $1,000 mark yet on knives. This is a Battlefield pickup Hinderer full track. We got XM24 with a tie scale. I've got a XM18 here. Which bag did I rough? Yeah, I mean, I'm not really trying to flex, but you guys asked about how much was my collection worth. I've got Nkosi, the Damascus. You stopped showing off your XM24. You will have that one day, Don Bon. I promise you, if you stick around, you'll have that one day. I'll sell it to you. I don't keep knives forever. I usually rotate them. But you'll be the first one I call. This is the Shiro F95. This is Randall Made knives. I've always been curious about them. This is a VDK Impaler. My cheapest knife is over $100. So I have a lot of, and then I have a couple of Bally's here. I've got my Wee Roxy, my Snex Buster, Protec Invictus. I'll do a full one another time. Magic Whiskers 2. There's an Ontario Rat. What's my favorite in the box? This is ET 0452. Bare Knuckle. Talon 2. Yeah, Microtech SOCOM Elite. I don't want to go through all of them. TRM Atom, ZTO 308, Wee Chimera, bunch of Spydercos, PM2, Para 3, Mannix, Shaman, Spidey Chef, the Akuchi, Delica, Benchmade Turret, Benchmade Freak. This is the Griptilian, Anthem. These are 940s. This is a 943. Benchmade Bug Out, Benchmade Infidel, Iron Wolf, Bergblade Iron Wolf, Bergblade Golem. I've got here a Bark River Bravo. What's the bright orange one? Describe the whole case. So this is the Buck Marksman, the Inferno. So yeah, I mean, I've got a bunch of stuff. I have another case with some more knives in it. Got the 8010 here too. I've got some more knives. Another case with more knives in it. I don't mean to sit here and flex or show off. I mean, you guys know I try my best to give back to you guys. I know I'm in a very lucky position that I can afford some of these things, that's one of the reasons I try to run as frequent giveaways as possible. There is one knife I really actually have been wanting to show off, and I almost forgot to do it. And this is maybe my biggest flex of the night. This is the case Kieranite, the Patriot Barlow, and so this one, the reason I say this is my biggest flex of the knife. I actually won this in Smoky Mountain Knife Works giveaway on one of their live streams. So I just got this in the mail, and I'm really enjoying it so far. I've actually never owned a case. Yeah, I try to give back, Dom. I kind of, at times I feel guilty that, I go on and I see how many people just, don't have knives or don't have access to certain things. And, I just want to share as much as possible. Obviously I can't just continually give everything away, but I try to continue to support people in the community. And, if anyone ever needs anything, like, you guys, listen, if anyone ever needs anything or is having serious issues, or, really has somebody in their life that really, they think, would benefit from receiving a gift like a knife, email me separately, triple.e.edc@gmail.com. Um, we can probably work something out. Okay. Anyway, uh, let me see. Do I have get some blanks and make some fans? Other than Victorinox, I haven't gotten the slip joints. Rose, how you doing? Welcome to the live stream. I don't know if you commented before, but I just saw your name pop up. So Rose has been a long time viewer. I definitely appreciate you. All right, so we've been on for about 41 minutes. I don't know if you guys have anything else you want to talk about. I'm sort of out of the topics I had, but I'm happy to stay on if you guys want. How do I like the case? So Dom, I do have GEC. If you guys remember, I have the GEC oil jack, the oil field jack. And it's a great knife. It was one of my top knives of the year for 2019, I think. So, it's I love the oil field jack. I just don't have it in this case with me. Like I said, I have two cases of knives. This is one case. The GEC is in my other case, but this knife is a case Barlow. And in Kieranite, I really like the pattern on this Kieranite. I love the red, white, and blue, and I love the fact that there's two separate patterns. Like, just the patterns are completely different on both sides, but they're both from this, from sort of the same mold on this thing. I really like this. How do I like the case knife? It's very nice. The pull on it isn't nearly the same as a pull on a GEC, and I would probably say the pull on this is in between the pull on the Benchmade proper and my GEC. The GEC definitely has the nicer pull than that, but even nicer than the GEC's pull is I have a JE Made. I don't have it with me. It's in the other case, but I have a JE Made Zulu in mammoth bone and titanium, and that slip joint, the pull on that thing is absolutely sick. Sharpening maintenance tips. So I actually had. Let me transfer you guys off. I had you on a headset, but I think the headset died. Do you guys still hear me? Just want to make sure. Okay, great. Yeah, I can hear. Okay, so as far as sharpening tips, yeah, I'll do a video on sharpening tips. So I have the Wicked Edge system, and I've got so I actually got the Work Sharp system, the stones where it starts out with the coarse stone, the fine stone, and the ceramic rods, and I tried that the other day. That's actually how I ended up sharpening this guy, and this thing was rough. I mean, this thing when it came to me was absolutely rough. You can see the guy, someone tried to sharpen it before getting to me and just didn't do the best job on it. Ended up sort of massacring the blade a little bit. Good night, Mick. Thanks for joining us on it. Thanks so much for joining. So I ended up using the Work Sharp on this thing, and because I didn't want to break out my Wicked Edge, and it took this from absolutely nicked up blade to I mean, almost laser through paper. I mean, I was able to just cut right through, no resistance, no tearing, nothing. And maybe it took me 10, 15 minutes on the work sharp, and that was great. So I went through the progressions on that thing. Which work sharp? Let's see. So it is this one. The Work Sharp Outdoor Sharpeners. Let me see if I can raise this up a little bit. This one. So I used that one, and I actually won that from Slicey Dicey. You guys have been seeing him gushing over his Cold Steel Formax Scout. So he had a live giveaway one time where he asked people to suggest what his next knife should be, and I suggested that to him, and he sent me the Work Sharp, and so that was pretty cool. I was gonna originally give it away, but I figured I'd try it out just so I could maybe do a review on it. I may still give it away, but it'll be a little bit used, because I have the Wicked Edge. But honestly, I'm finding it to be a lot more convenient to use because I have a Wicked Edge Go. How do you like the belt sharpener, Big Red? Because the belt sharpener, I'm always worried I'm gonna put too much heat or friction on the edge. Do you find that the edges are good off that? But it's awesome to hear. It works great. I may try that at one point too. But the Wicked Edge system I love. I like it. I really like it a lot. I have the Wicked Edge Go. I don't have all the stones for it. I have there's a 200, 600 stone, and I usually will start at 600 grit, and then go up from there if the edge doesn't need to be completely reprofiled. Good night, Invictus. Thanks so much for joining in. If plan to buy some cheap guided system, any recommendations? So cheap system. So honestly, this Work Sharp, I don't know how cheap you're going, but I'd probably get this over a Lansky, to be honest, because the Lanskys are difficult to. And I know a lot of people are going to say Lansky. I've used a Lansky before, and I found that, for me at least, it was hard to sort of stabilize the knife. Takes off the tip, be careful. Yeah, I mean, you have to be careful, obviously, if you're using, a cheaper work sharp. And the Lansky is cheap, but the problem I have with Lansky is that it's hard to stabilize where you're working on it. I feel like you're holding it the entire time, and you're not working against a stable surface. I don't know if I'm doing it wrong or or whatever, but I just didn't love the Lansky system when I used it. I do like the Wicked Edge a lot though. Puts an awesome edge on. Like I said, I'll start at the 600 grit if I'm doing some touch-ups. If I'm reprofiling an edge, I'll start at 200. I don't have the 100 grit or the 50 grit. Chinese guided system, the OCD recommended, garbage. I don't know what Chinese system that is. I'm curious what it is now. A KME, everyone loves the KME. I'm sure it's awesome. I'm sure it's awesome because it gets such rave reviews. The guys on Edge Snobs all rave about the KME. So I'm sure the KME is awesome. There's also another one, Viper Sharp, I think, which is Russian. So the Chinese Ruixin. I haven't heard of that one. Ruixin Pro. Interesting. I haven't heard of that one. Do I have any Strops that I recommend? So I got Strops from there's a guy on Facebook on the knife groups who does Strops, and he trades them for knives, and he's really good. He does some really good Strops, gives you full progressions. He also sells them straight. But as far as like more widely available Strops, I like the Knives Plus strop that you can get if you're just looking for one strop. It's like $24, and you can get it on Amazon. So if you don't like it, you can send it back. Dom, you're gonna send Big Red the Ruixin? I'd love to see that. I'd love to see that. Send it to him. Have I ever tried diamond spray? No, I haven't. The Paragon gravity knives. The Paragon gravity knives. So I've really been interested in the Paragons, and make it a giveaway. That's not a bad idea, Dom. That's not a bad idea. Big Red, you got first dibs on that. If you don't want it, I'll do a giveaway on it. But the what was I gonna say? So the Paragon knives. Yeah, I've really been interested in some of these Paragon knives. Queso Otter, awesome. Thanks for dropping in. Thanks for dropping in. Yeah, I'm happy to have you guys here on the live stream. You thought I was in California? I'm here in Houston. Yeah, so you probably thought I was in California because you constantly see me posting it, 2, 3 in the morning Central Time. I'm just an insomniac who has a wife who doesn't know about this channel. Big Red's lucky he's got a wife who supports his knife habit. 3 a.m. JKC. Awesome. Thanks for tuning in that late. That's crazy late. Is the Spidey Chef for sale? So the Spidey Chef, like I said, might be for sale. So I mean, these run about $234 or something normally. Like I said, this is in user shape, snail trails. Got small chip in the blade right there. I haven't tried to sharpen it out, but I can sharpen it out for you if you'd like before I send it. But I don't know. Maybe I'd sell it for $160 if you're interested in it. You could let me know. Lived most of your life in Houston. You moved to Austin in December. Yeah, Austin. I like Austin. I like traveling over there. You guys have all the coffee bean and tea leaf, restaurants over there. We don't have those in Houston for the most part. Yeah, I really like coffee bean and tea leaf, and glad to go there when I get out there. They also got great hiking out there. How many of you guys like hiking? You guys all hike and camp? Stud fishing, you can email me and we could talk about it. Will I have another big giveaway when I hit 2,000 subscribers? Invictus, I will have big giveaways. Well, it depends. I mean, when I say the word big, I plan to do giveaways all the time. Yeah, Big Red, I knew you'd be JV. I knew you'd be fishing. That tattoo on your hand gives it away every time. But it makes me smile every time I see it because it just gives me flashback and memories of my own fishing experiences, and I think that's awesome. But I think I lost my train of thought. Yeah, it's been a while for me too on fishing, but yeah, camping and hiking is more of what I'm doing these days. Like I said, I live in Houston, and there just isn't a ton of areas to do things like that in without going far. Oh, giveaways, Invictus. I was talking about giveaways. Yeah, so I really do. I plan to do giveaways fairly often for knives anywhere from the $30 to $100 range, and I also plan on doing some larger giveaways. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a really big one at 1,500 yet, or if I'm just going to do a big one, but it'll definitely be one you don't want to miss. That I can tell you right now. No matter how big it is, it'll definitely be one you don't want to miss at 1,500, and then probably I'll do another one at 2,000, another one at 2,500. That are some larger giveaways. Unless I just start picking up crazy momentum, and have 2,500 subscribers all of a sudden, before I get into consecutive giveaways, then I'll probably just do one huge giveaway. I mean, I'm talking like tons of stuff and really good stuff. But but that probably wouldn't happen. I don't think that it's taken me so long to get to 1,100 subscribers. I don't think it's going to just snowball overnight into 2,500. You don't want to miss my giveaways. Yeah, I mean, I try to tell people at the end of my videos, listen, hit the notification bell. I do a lot of giveaways. If you're going to miss videos on a channel, this isn't the channel to do it because I do a lot of giveaways. So I try to tell people that, but a lot of people, and that's the reason I think I have a lot of people who don't claim prizes, is they subscribe to get it into on the giveaway, they don't hit the notification bell, and they miss the drawing video. I don't know why, but they just don't want their prizes. But yeah, I'm glad so many of you guys are into the hunting and fishing and the outdoors. I didn't appreciate a lot of that stuff when I was younger, and I really what's my best snook? Oh, fishing snook. Yes. Send them prizes this way. Yeah. So I don't know. I just I keep one knife in my entire collection. If I could keep one knife in my entire collection, why would you do that? Why would you give me that question? Why would you do that to me? If I could keep one knife in my entire collection. I'll probably do a video on that, but I'll tell you the ones I would probably pick from if I was gonna keep one knife. It would probably be, let me lay out some contenders here. If I was gonna do one knife, it'd probably be one of these contenders. The Shaman, the 940, the XM24, although it'd probably be the Wharncliffe XM24, which I still don't have, by the way. I'm sorry, XM18, not XM24. Or a ZT0392. So those would probably be some of the contenders for the one knife that I would want to keep over a lot of the others. Actually, there's one more contender. Sorry. Chris Revencosi. How could I not include that? Do you have some Norseman or something along those lines? No, I only have one Norseman, this one. So I've got this Norseman. I do enjoy the Norseman. I did a review on it not too long ago. In spite of all those super expensive knives that you had in the case. Yeah, so expensive knives are not always the best knives. So, the Grimsmo Norseman is one of the best built knives I've ever experienced, but it's very simple in its construction. There's lots of really good attention to detail. And Invictus, you're going to make knives soon? Yeah, contact me by email, triple.e.edc@gmail.com. I'm always interested in seeing new makers. If I like your stuff, I'll definitely, I'd definitely be open to getting something. I wouldn't hold on onto my Norseman. I mean, the question was, if I could only have one knife, what would I keep? And if I could only have one knife, the Norseman is not going to be it, just because the blade shape. The blade shape isn't something that I would want my one knife to have. That's really the issue. I really enjoy a Wharncliffe. So like I said, the ZT0392 Warney, the Wharncliffe version of the XM18 would be great. I also really wouldn't mind a Wharncliffe version of the XM24 as my one knife with a titanium scale. By the way, if I was going to get one of the XMs be my one knife, I would get a working finish titanium scale, and I would probably have it a Wharncliffe for either version. And if I was going to get the XM24, I'd probably get the skinny Wharncliffe. Have I had a TS16? Yes, I've had a TS16. Dom, that 24 doesn't quit, does it? It's awesome though. Yeah, I get it. So I have had a TS16. I actually gave one away on the channel. I did a review on it. I gave one away. I gave that away. I gave the TS one of the other two sons away. I can't remember which model it was. And then I had the TS 80 or the TS 51, I think is what I gave away. The Japanese Tanto looking sword one with the flame tie that seems to be going around the YouTube channels. So that one I gave away, and then I also gave away the TS 74, which is the really cool looking one that opens like 3 or 4 different ways. But yeah, these would be probably my top contenders here. And the 940, by the way, a lot of people give it crap because of the stock and the low amount of grind here. Did that XM24 have the tri-way pivot? Yes, the XM24 is a Gen 6 with the tri-way pivot. And so, yeah, it's got a tri-way pivot. This scale is not a Hinderer scale, though. This scale is Midnight Sun Industries. You can look them up online. I don't know if it's Instagram or whatever. I did buy this from someone else, but he does a lot of really interesting stuff. What was my first knife? So believe it or not, stud fishing, because I know you're telling me that I have expensive knives here. So even though I'm in a position now to buy a lot of knives, is the Shaman made in USA? The Shaman is made in the USA, yes. Golden, Colorado, USA Earth. Later, JB. I'm definitely looking forward to your videos. Swiss Army Tinker for your one knife. Yeah, so that's a good choice. Definitely a good choice. Leatherman would also be a good choice. Sorry, what was I on? It's late at night. I'm forgetting what I was talking about. First knife. Yeah, I'm sorry. First knife. So, believe it or not, a lot of people have, have their first knife is like an Ontario Rat or Kershaw. Kershaw Leek. So Kershaw Leek was one of my first knives, but my first knife was actually a knife that I remember I was working at Red Lobster. Yes, I worked at Red Lobster. I was working at Red Lobster, unloading trucks, working in the kitchen, doing a lot of stuff like that, and I wanted to get a knife to help me unload the trucks with the boxes, cut the boxes down, all that type of stuff. And I saved up for weeks and maybe even a month or 2 months or something. And I ended up buying a Combo Edge 943, Benchmade 943. And I thought at the time that I got this, that this was the coolest knife that I ever saw in my life. And I still love it. This is not the original one that I bought, though. The original one that I bought might have even been, yeah, it's definitely in Orlando. I have a funny story about that, actually. So this is an S30V. If I remember right, I think my first one was I don't remember if it was S30V or if it was 154 CM, but this is my third 943. I lost one of them, unfortunately, and I also, and then someone stole one time, and so I had to keep buying it because it just evokes so many memories with my first knife, and so I don't think, even if I get rid of it, I think I would end up buying another one and another one and another one. It's just a knife I always sort of have to have. But as far as Red Lobsters, I was going to tell you, a funny story. So my friend and I drove down to Orlando one time, and we had both worked at Red Lobster, and we said, all right, well, we're going to check out some restaurants on whatever the main road in Orlando was, and so we were driving down, and it was literally like, I mean, every traffic light. I don't know why there's so many Red Lobsters, but every traffic light there was Red Lobster, Olive Garden, Ponderosa. Red Lobster, Olive Garden, Ponderosa. Red Lobster, Olive Garden, Ponderosa. I don't know why there's like 50 Ponderosas, 50 Red Lobsters, whatever. It's a little crazy. Anyway, on that note, I think I'll leave you guys. We'll probably do some giveaways. I didn't anticipate I'd have 15, 16, 17 people on the live. We'll probably do some live giveaways coming up, so stay tuned. You guys are going to be the first to know that we're doing some live giveaways coming up, and thanks for tuning in. I didn't prepare one for now because I just figured I'd get 2 viewers, but I'll prepare some giveaways for some live chats, live streams. I enjoy talking with you guys, and really appreciate the fact that you guys have tuned in for this. Thanks so much, guys. Have a great night. It's pushing 2:10 in the morning over here. Acid Goose, thanks for joining us. Unfortunately, we're about to end, but watch the playback. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks, C. Lemansky. I appreciate it. Thanks so much, guys.